Alright, so welcome back to the channel everyone. Today's video is going to be focusing on update 16 for State of Decay 2. This update has not yet been released at the time I'm making this video, but it's coming out sometime this week according to the developers. I've managed to gather this information on the live stream that they made on April 21st, where they discussed the various addition and fix that they brought to the game. So without any further ado, we're gonna jump straight to it. So before we start, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely consider subscribing to this channel so that you don't miss any other update. And at the end of the video, if you really liked it, I would really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up. It will really mean a lot to me. Okay, so in this video, I will be focusing on the main mention from the live stream. Alright, so first and foremost, they're gonna be adding what we call the pawn shop. So the pawn shop is made of different weapons that can be acquired through the challenges that you can complete from the bounty broker. So out of these weapons, you have the non-compliant SKS, which is a rifle, probably takes 7.62 caliber. And then you have the heavy weapon Guandao, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And then you have another sword, which is the Wyvern or Wyvern, I don't know how to pronounce it. And also accompanied by the knife, a Vermling or Realming. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation of these weapons, but it's really not my fault. And then you also have another rifle, probably taking another 7.62 caliber, and this one is the Hunter SKS. And you're gonna be having a footage with these weapons being used. And they also added 2 additional handguns, which are the PPQ-45 and the G45. Additionally, the developers also added new cosmetic item. As you can see, we have new clothing coming with this update, and these are raincoats. 5 of them different colors, all of them available through the bounty broker by completing the challenges, except the one on the far right, which is the black one, which can be found by looting in the world. New weapon and new clothing item is definitely something that will be very nice to add to the game, but that was not the only information that I managed to collect from the live stream. So also I'm going to mention 2 important, which are the mods eventually and a few gameplay fixes. So first and foremost, we'll start with weapons and mods. This is going to be something that will affect the way we play. That's a sure thing. So I feel like should be number 1 as I mentioned it. So they mentioned that they have doubled the durability of all range and melee weapons. What does that mean? It means all your weapons, whether they are range or in melee, actually have double durability, which is going to involve eventually a higher repair cost, but you won't have to repair your weapons as often as you would before this update. So I think this is something that is definitely really great, because sometimes I felt like some of the good weapons were actually breaking too often. And I think this is definitely going to be a good addition. And if you guys have the Red Talon Workshop from the Daybreak DLC, then definitely I think these two will definitely go really well together. And also as a bonus, they also mentioned that all the weapons, whether they are range or melee, will be repaired in the after the update has dropped.
Anyway, so basically you should still need the same number of parts, but for instance, if you want to take your Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage out for a spin, or whatever, or your Vector or something, some gun that breaks down a lot, you can actually keep it out there for longer before you need to bring it back home and repair it. So hopefully that'll be a boon to folks. And to celebrate, and to also make things a lot simpler, when this update drops, we're just going to repair all your weapons for free. So all your weapons will be repaired once you get the new update, and then all of them are going to have twice the durability that they had before, roughly.
So as you could hear, so the dev eventually confirmed this information. So that is something that we're definitely expecting for this new update. Alright, so secondly, the developers also made additional changes to muzzle brakes and chokes. Alright, so muzzle brake no longer add additional noise to the weapon that is equipped with.
Quietness. When I put that brake on, quietness is not going to change.
And also improve the durability of the weapon. Also, now weapons that are equipped with a muzzle brake are now a lot more powerful and a lot more accurate. I'm just going to show you quickly this footage. As you can see, the one on the left is without a muzzle brake included, attached to the weapon, sorry, and the one on the right has a muzzle brake attached to it. As you can see, it's a lot more easy to control the recoil while your muzzle brake is equipped. This is definitely going to be a lot of improvement for our weapons, and also it's going to make the experience a lot better since now muzzle brake are finally useful. And they also buffed the chokes. So now chokes provide much more accuracy and range to your shotgun when you equip them for your weapon, as you can see on this image. Moreover, the developers also made minor fixes regarding the gameplay. So as you can see on this footage, the Juggernaut can be knocked down pretty easily if you use weapons of high caliber. And by weapon of high caliber, I mean eventually those weapons that take the 7.62 caliber, especially the AK-47 or the Stormbringer or the Hordebreaker, whichever you want. Prior to the update, Juggernaut could not be knocked down that easily regardless of which weapon you had equipped. It would take the same amount of shot to take down a Juggernaut or to stagger a Juggernaut, regardless of the weapon that you were using. Eventually, this excludes the 50 cal, which is on a different category. So that has been fixed, and now with a weapon of high caliber, you can knock down a Juggernaut a lot more easily. So which means you take it down a lot quicker. This is going to really improve the gameplay and the experience for the game. I believe it's a positive thing because sometimes these Juggernauts were not really easy to take down, and you will spend like an entire magazine just to take it down with a weapon of high caliber, which didn't make too much sense for me, but I'm glad that they managed to fix that update. The developers also mentioned fixes regarding the infestations. So prior to the update, usually what would happen is that you would clear the last infestation in your town, and right after it, another infestation would spawn. But this is no longer true after this update. So now they have applied a cooldown, which fixes the issue. So right after you take the last infestation in your town, the next one will not appear immediately, which is definitely something great. And they also mentioned a few other fixes on the gameplay, but you can check it right there on the live stream. It's just minor fixes, but definitely I think it will be a lot of improvement for a much more enjoyable experience. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. This is going to conclude the end of this episode, and as usual, if you guys enjoyed it, definitely leave a thumbs up right there. I'll really appreciate. This also helps the video to get recommended to other viewers so that they can get to know the patch notes regarding some of the patch notes regarding this update 16 that is coming out this week. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for your support. If you're still new to this channel and still haven't subscribed, have a look at it, and if you like it, definitely consider subscribing so that you don't miss more amazing gameplay and more news of this kind. And with that being said, guys, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video then. Cheers.